Hello there, and then welcome to a brand new lesson. This is How Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. In this lesson, we are looking at National Health Insurance Levy, known as the NHIL. It is also an application of percentages and fractions. So, without much ado, let's quickly go into it. When we talk of the National Health Insurance Levy, it is a mandatory indirect tax that is imposed by the government on the supply of most goods and services, right? So the reason why the government imposes this tax is to dedicate the funds to the national healthcare system so that less privileged citizens or anyone can have access to medical services. As we proceed, you realize that it's very similar to the value added tax in collection. The NHIL is typically a separate fixed percentage applied on top of the sale values. So now with that said, let's look at some basic terminologies we need to understand so we'll be able to solve questions related towards NHIL. Now, as we look at these terminologies, you realize that we have considered most of them in other applications that we have already covered. The first one is the base price. The base price. So the base or the taxable value, it is the original cost of the item before any cost or taxes, before any taxes or levies are applied. You see, if you import the good, before they get to the port, the original, that is the base price. That is what the taxable value. The next thing we should look at is the NHIL rate. The NHIL rate. The NHIL rate, on the other hand, is the specific percentage designated for the levy. So out of the base price, what percentage are we taking as what? The rate. You see. Then if we are able to calculate the percentage of the base price, we will call that the NHIL amount. The NHIL amount. And it is the amount of money collected for the health fund. Now, as we consider all these things, you have to try your best to be able to differentiate when you see it in the question. The base price or the taxable value is the original cost. The rate of NHIL or the NHIL rate, it is expressed in percentage, and it is the percentage designated to the levy. Now, if you calculate the percentage itself and you combine and you convert it to a monetary amount, then we say it is the specific amount of money collected for the health fund, and that is the NHIL amount. The last thing is the total tax. So after you have paid your base price and then the NHIL amount, if we add everything together, we call it the total tax or the inclusive price. And it is the final amount the customer pays, which includes the base price, NHIL, and often the VAT or other taxes. You see, so if you are going to clear a goods, or if you are even a consumer and you are buying from a shop, all these taxes are part of what you pay for as the price of the good. A percentage goes to the VAT, a percentage goes to NHIL, a percentage goes to e-levy, and then all that. There are so many of these, right? So as you buy, let it always be in mind that you are not only paying for your good, but you are also paying for other services as well. So with all these terminologies explained, let's now look at the formulas we are going to need for these calculations. So for the formulas we'll be considering for this topic, we have two of them. That is the formula for the NHIL amount. Then as we know, we said the NHIL is just a percentage of your base price. So what we have here is what? Your base price then times the percentage, that is the NHIL rate. If you're able to get your NHIL amount, and then you now want the total price you are paying for the good or service, That will be your base price. That is what you actually have to pay, plus your NHIL. And then if there is a value added tax, you add to it. If there's no value added tax, which I don't think there would, it just sticks to what you have over here, right? So these are the themes and then formulas you need to know under National Health Insurance Levy. In our next lesson, we would rather be solving specific questions that solves world problems. See you in our next lesson, and then bye for now. Stay safe.